Hello, friends of the Business Connection program. We have a very interesting program today. We have a very knowledgeable and kind person that is going to talk to us about a very important subject today. We're going to be talking about health insurance, and Yvette Kaplinsky is with us here. How are you doing, Yvette?
I'm fine. How are you today, Henry?
Perfect. Yvette, this is a very important subject for us, and we are very excited and very grateful that you've agreed to be with us today. And I hope that this is not going to be just one opportunity, but we will have more chances to do this.
I hope I can help you over a continuing period of time. It's a very complex piece of legislation. Insurance is complex anyway, and it's going to take a while for everyone to get a hold of it.
Oh, so we really appreciate your time and your effort. And the first thing that we want to cover is all these words, all this terminology that is confusing people.
Oh, yes. It's called the Affordable Care Act. It's called Obamacare. It's called the PPACA, which actually stands for the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. It's all the same thing, just different words.
These are not different things.
Not different things. It's just
law.
One law.
So that takes a lot of complication out of it.
Yes, it does. A lot of people, there was a reporter on doing street interviews asking people, which do you prefer, Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act? And they were going, I don't think Obamacare is very good. I'll go with the Affordable Care Act. It is the same thing.
One and the same thing. Okay, yeah, that happens when you're not informed.
Yes.
That's a problem. Now, it's a new thing. What does it mean for the average individual?
It means that you have to buy health insurance somewhere. You do not have to buy through a public exchange. You can still buy privately from an independent agent just like you always have.
I see. So it means that you have to buy insurance. Now, we've heard about this October the 1st, January the 1st. What does it mean?
October 1 was when the open enrollment opened for the public exchange. If you enroll between October 1 and December 15th, your policy will start January 1st. If you enroll later, like December 18th, your policy will start February 1st. But due to the delay in getting everything up, I recommend that you don't enroll any later than February 15th to be able to avoid the penalties. Even though open enrollment is supposed to go on till March 31st, if you waited till into March, you would get the penalties.
I see. That's an important information to keep in mind. Now, Yvette, I have this chart here. The variables involved in the decision to get an insurance policy. And could you please explain to us this thing here? We have the insurance provider, and now we have two sources of insurance providers, right? Or two types of insurance providers.
Two types of ways to enroll.
Uh-huh.
It will still be the same providers that you have access to.
I see.
In Texas, however, right now we only have one provider that is on the public exchange, and that is Blue Cross Blue Shield.
So you can go through avenues to...
You can go either way, whatever fits you. If you're within 200% of estimating 250% of poverty level, you may get a good subsidy through the public exchange, though it's going to be very complex to enroll, that will help you afford the premium. If you're much over that, the subsidy is gone after 400% of poverty level, and it's so small after that it may not be worth it to go through that much. And you can still buy through the private exchange, and you cannot be turned down for a health issue.
I see. Now, would you estimate how much would be the poverty level that you were talking about for a family of, let's say, 3?
I think I think it would be $45,000 would be where would be at 400% of poverty, where the subsidy would drop off completely. But like I said, you can make less than that, and it's not worth it, and you'll have a lot of choices in different plans, because there are going to be 4 levels of plans, not the dozens that you have now. There will be the bronze plan, the silver plan, the gold plan, and the platinum plan.
And that is in the government exchange.
That is mandated by the law. It will be in all carriers.
Now, I know that we don't have much time to talk about this, but both providers would do what they call MHMO and PPO, right?
That is correct. You can get a variety of things. If you go with an HMO, you have a network, and you can only get care paid for if you go to a network doctor. With a PPO, you have the choice. You still have a network, but you can go outside the network, though you will have a larger out-of-pocket cost if you do.
I see. Now, this is probably too much to talk about, but these are some other variables, right, that you have to take into consideration.
There are insurance is complex. You have co-pays and co-insurance and deductibles and out-of-pocket maxes. You would probably be best served by sitting down with an independent agent and asking for explanations of what you don't understand. Or what I usually have done is I shop the market after understanding what my client needs and find a policy that closely fits their needs. And I can give them 1, 2, 3 quotes, whatever they need, and they can choose then.
So that would be an advantage
speaking with a professional insurance agent, yes.
Very good, very good. Another thing that we have here is you've talked about finding a quote and stuff like that, and I think that you have a page with some tools.
Yes, I do. On my webpage, if you can get that up. Okay, there it is.
Okay, here's your webpage. Yes.
And there are 2 ways that you can go here. You can go down here to this green Get Started button.
And the Get Started that was a green button there, right?
That was the green button on the right.
On the right, yeah.
And that takes you into what would be the public exchange. And then when I can't say that the government's part is working, but Blue Cross Blue Shield has theirs working very well.
Okay. So that green button is only for the public exchange.
That's
right?
for the public exchange. That is correct. Now, if you want to see what you get through the private market, you would come down here to request a quote and drop down here to individual health, and this page comes up.
Okay.
And you fill this information in. See, it's not very long. It will email it to me, and I can use that to shop the market for you. If you're going to the public exchange, you better set aside a substantial amount of time, an hour, hour and a half at least, and you will need additional documents on your income and et cetera, so that, and whether or not your employer is going to provide insurance. If you have current insurance, you'll need that certificate number. You don't need any of that through here, but you will if you go through the public exchange, and it will take a lot of time.
I see.
So you need a budget for that.
I have a list here of the documents that you mentioned. You need the Social Security number.
The Social Security number, your employer, and this is household income. This is not just your income. If you and your wife work, and you get child support, it's all of it. It's everything that is reported to the government. That is what your subsidy is based on, not your personal wages.
And then the policy numbers?
The policy number of any policies currently in force. And then you, again, need to know whether or not you have any insurance through your employer. The employers, by October 15th, and if you are an employer, you may not have heard this, need to post for your employees whether or not you're going to be carrying group insurance for the coming year. Not to post it at one time, we were told, is a $10,000 fine. And it's a simple matter of posting whether or not you're going to carry that health insurance for the coming year. So please take care of that little detail.
All employees need to do that.
All employers. Now, whether or not if your employer does not carry health insurance, you still have to be insured.
I see. Very good. Going back to this page here where you have the questionnaire, it goes back to you, and then you go ahead and shop. And what do? You call the person and you quote? Or
There's an email address in here. I can email quotes directly to you, so that you get them, and I can call you on the phone, or you can call me. But once I have your email address, I can go to the carrier site, pull up the quotes that for our range of products that fit you, and have them directly emailed to you.
Okay, that sounds very good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this list of documents once more here. And we have your name down there below your picture. And we have your website where people can go and find these interesting tools. And we are going to make space for people to comment and ask questions on this video. So please, we will encourage them, right, to ask questions, and that way we can have a better idea of what to cover next time, right?
Well, next time, I would like to go over advantages and disadvantages of each exchange and different ways to enroll, and I think that will be very helpful as well. But I would really like to hear questions from people so that we specifically answer their concerns.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much, Yvette. Thank you. It has been very helpful, and hope seeing you soon.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Okay.